So I want a nice rich VO for my ad, so I'm getting really close to the mic and talking in like really deep tones coming out of my chest. Although somehow I think I'm taking this just a little bit too far. I'm documenting the launch of my business on YouTube. Will it succeed? Let's find out. So the VO I am doing is not that silly, but I am in fact creating a new ad. It's actually based very closely on an ad I ran way back in January, and I'll put a link to that in the description. Very close, same music, actually the same music I'm playing right now, and very much the same kind of edit. In fact, let me show you an example. Now this is the original ad on the left, and this is the new ad on the right. And you can see they already look pretty similar. Now I'm going to go ahead and play them simultaneously so you can see exactly the difference. Plus it's kind of fun, the echo. Mockup 3D is online 3D for designers. See the demo. Try it for free when it's ready at mockup3d.com. Well, enough of that silliness, but they're the same thing, really. One of them says, try the demo. The new one says, sign up for the free trial. And of course, I've updated the, app a little bit, and, you see the new app there, but at least in the first shot, very similar. And even the same VO, just slightly offset, which is why you hear the echo. But I did add some new models, although I did keep the kind of same rhythm. In fact, you see that in the very next shot. So you can see in the original, I used a box to show how you could upload any image, even PSDs. Whereas in the new one, I decided to go ahead and use this bottle. Yeah, I quite like this bottle because it feels like it's kind of glowing on the inside. And so yeah, here's how the whole demo works out. And here's the actual bottle itself, me just rotating it by hand. And I did end up using a box. I actually have this box right here because I actually really wanted to show off. I have this new thing where you can open things, where it's like you have this kind of binary shape thing where you can just open it. So you go bloop, bloop. And I kind of wanted to show it off. So what I had actually done was I had set the depth here, and then I'd kind of rotate it a little bit, and then can move the depth out, and then boom, just show it open. So, you could see the shape of an actual box. Because I think it'd be really useful to people who have boxes that may be different heights or depths or whatever, to be able to just tweak it a little bit as they do it. Although it does mess it up when you open it and then tweak it. But, yeah, you can tweak that, and then you can also open it to kind of see what this looks like. And I thought that was kind of a more fun way to show a box. You gotta show a box, but this is a more fun way. Oh yeah, and then let me show you something else. It did another change, which I quite like. This is to the very end, the way I did the tagline. Let me show you how that looks in the original. So the original at the very end just kind of had this, that's me, that just graphic at the end of the tagline, kind of just like this. Whereas this new one, I've actually kind of created this thing, where I actually have a background image, and then this kind of goes down like that, and you can kind of actually see that on there, because I wanted to show off the fact that you can use these background images, and the fact that you can kind of wrap a label. This is actually the label model right on there, so you can kind of see the tagline and see how that wraps around the label. So that's kind of how I end with the tagline, online 3D for designers, and as it's showing how it actually works in 3D. Although I'm creating the ad basically the same way because, hey, if it ain't broke. Actually, the ad I ran was fairly successful. Let me show you. Yeah, I actually kept track of the signups, and these were the ads that I ran. This is actually the one I ran in January, and you can see it caused quite an increase in the sign-up level. And now I've since had a bunch of organic growth. Like, people have just been finding me and then just signing up and saying, hey, I'm interested. Now, of course, I'm actually running the ad not just to get signups, but to get actual customers, which I imagine the rate will be quite a bit lower. Now, I'm not going to release the ad quite yet. I want to make sure I'm taking payments and transfer my domain, and before I launch it on YouTube, even before I start paying for its placement. But I did want to give you guys one interesting YouTube ads hint, and that is that actually longer is somewhat better, because when you hit the skip ad thing, apparently if somebody hits the skip ad thing, you don't pay for it up to 30 seconds or half the ad. So it should be at least 60 seconds or a minute long. So, if somebody watches the first 30 seconds and skips it, or, up to 29 seconds or whatever and skips it, you don't pay for it. Which is honestly great from my perspective, because look, if you're not interested, just move on, watch the video you're going to watch. But it does mean that you have to be pretty engaging in the first few seconds. And you also have to be clear in the first few seconds, because I want to be like, this is what I'm doing. If you're interested, keep watching the video. If not, skip it. It's fine. I don't pay for it. So, I do want to get the pace up and be really obvious in the first few seconds. And that's why I talk about, like I did a quick demo, and I talk about my call to action, which is, go either sign up for a mailing list or sign up to be a customer. Now, for the new one. And you want to get that out really quickly and really dynamically, but then you want to keep a certain amount of length because, you want people to skip it if they're not interested, so you don't have to pay and so you don't have to waste their time. So, it's actually a pretty good system. I've been quite happy with it. And and I'm not like spending a ton of money. I mean, I might ramp up later if this becomes successful, but you're talking like $10 a day, which isn't free, but it's not like, breaking the bank here. And, I got some pretty useful signups. So YouTube advertising, generally like it, and got a new one coming. And I will announce, when I launch, and I'll show you guys the new ad. But until then, check out the old one. They're basically the same thing, except, more updated, interesting models. And have a good one. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.